getting started. We often move all 3 tunnels in the fall. This year we're just moving to 1, and we'll move the other 2 in the spring. So if you guys want to do this again in March, look us up. We'll be doing this again. But it's really nice to have like at least 12 or 13 people push these tunnels. They are on wheels, so you don't have to lift them or anything, but it is a little bit vigorous. So we'll be doing that. It is kind of like a full day project. These fine folks and other fine folks that were here earlier basically unhooked the tunnel from ground post, we can show you in a second, and like lubricated the wheels and like, you know, packed up the fabrics and made sure there wasn't soil on the rails and all that kind of stuff. So these tunnels, you know, are sitting there for a full year, so lots of stuff accumulates there. But yeah, we'll go ahead and go inside the tunnel. We can kind of show you the process. Not complicated.
What would happen if we didn't move the tunnels?
Well, it's nice to be able to do some crop rotation beyond giving us like the flexibility to start the green first, and then the tunnels later. But sometimes in high tunnel there will be salt buildup, basically like ground posts along the way. Basically, these little guys attach the high tunnel bows to these ground posts, so that kind of helps secure it during the year. Most high tunnels have the posts that directly go into the ground. Plus, movable aspect kind of gives us a little bit of extra flexibility, and also helps maintain our soil a little bit, even though it's kind of a big project to do, but a little bit to actually do something hard. But yeah, these greens will hopefully be able to keep producing through like easily through the rest of the semester, and things like spinach and baby kale can keep producing into like February, and sometimes usually we'll kind of like have a die down period, and then in March we'll have another flush that we can harvest off of, have early spring greens. So we'll have this already growing, and then in the other areas where the high tunnels are now, we'll start some baby greens in there in the early spring, and then move the tunnels in early April and plant tomatoes. So we'll just kind of switch up the orientation of the crop rotation a little bit. So yeah, are there any questions or? So in order to move this thing, be careful on this side. We have this fabric that's maybe a little bit trippy, so just be careful when you're navigating on this side a little bit. But we're just going to set ourselves up along these bows, evenly distribute yourself on each side of the tunnel, and we will be basically getting your shoulder behind this and letting her rip when somebody bellows. I guess it might be me, or if anybody else feels like being the bellowing person, that's also fine. But yeah, if you all want to go ahead and just distribute yourselves nice evenly throughout, get roughly the same number of people on each side.